And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. The beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. 2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. DA.
Kevin, thanks very much. Nikola Jokic.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
And the Clippers starting five. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Oh, that was something else.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Campazzo missed inside. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And last season, Marcus Morris's name, one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
And George, here we go. Count that one. George has got 6.
Well, defender just a little too late in reacting. Gets a piece of Paul George, but a piece, that's not enough.
Zubac against Jokic. Down low, Gordon. And it's sent back by Morris. And he recovers it. For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. George against Rivers. And George kicks to Zubac. And he banks in the layup.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
And it's Jokic in the corner. Here's Porter. Goes back up. That one, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. The deep three from George. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Well, after nailing the first 4 shots of the game, some relief for the defense. They finally missed one.
Stolen by George. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. It's George on the wing. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with a great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line. They give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Rondo, solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Embracing the hit on the way up. Rondo hard to take down. Even when he gets bodied up a little bit, the balance stays there.
Here's Harrison. He's guarded by Cousins.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Green's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 4. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
feel like Beverly plays sort of this out-of-control chaos game, and it gets the defense to get sloppy. They did so there.
Both free throws good from Beverly. 1:24 left here in the first quarter. Campazzo defended by Batum. Right side Millsap. Shot clock at 5. Campazzo, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the Clippers get called for the foul. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Both teams will make substitutions. So he gets them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Kennard, the pass to man. Kennard on the wing. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Batum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Batum. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
The shot by Harrison, no good. Beverly dishes to Batum. Kennard on the wing. From 11 feet away, the shot missing. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Hey, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
We've got Rivers. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Porter. And it's Harrison in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And a wide open look for Porter. McGee, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Rivers against Kennard. Here's Mann. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Stolen by McGee. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Rivers. Kennard with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that one's good. Beverly. Beverly's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Well, this is where Cousins' size helps him to have a passing window to find open teammates.
Here's Harrison, defended by Beverly, and he makes that one. McGee's got his second bucket.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Back to Kennard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And he converts the layup. Kennard's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Clippers.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside for Millsap. Rivers against Beverly. Porter looking it over. Denver needs to get off his shot. McGee's shot is off.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Out left to the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Rallies again. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from McGee.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
There's the steal. Millsap with it. He's picked up by Cousins. Here's Porter. Millsap trying to get open. And there's Porter on the assist by Paul Millsap.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Los Angeles leading by 6. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. 4 on the shot clock. McGee with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. 1:41 left in the first half. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Here's Jokic, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Jokic has got his first points in this one. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Rondo against Morris. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Leonard's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
It's like he's got a couple of suction cups at the end of those long arms. Those huge hands from Kawhi, helpful on the glass.
And the pass to Gordon. Back to Morris. With some arc. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Now the Clippers moving it up. Rondo's running. Leonard with the bucket.
Oh, no. Just don't let him get his feet set. Leonard has become a deadeye on the catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Outside Rondo. Millsap with the steal. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They are leading by 12. Thanks for joining.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And, guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Reggie Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 spot. The shot by George, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Rivers. The Clippers shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Leonard looking over the floor. Then came down, and he goes right on top of Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
So both teams making some changes here. The Nuggets trail by 8. Left side, Gordon drops it in from 11 feet.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Beverly the pass to Cousins. Morris against Beverly. Back to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Cousins converts despite being bodied up by the defense there. He is just so physical and hard to contain.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins. Nuggets have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Morris against Beverly. Morris passes to Gordon. Rebound by the Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Inside, Batum. Back to Cousins. Passes to Mann. 6 on the shot clock. Over Porter. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Here's Gordon. And the layup falls. Gordon's got 6.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Beverly finds Batum. Beverly looking around. Pass to Cousins. Outside Batum. And it's good for 2. Batum's got his second bucket of the night.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Beverly against Morris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Nicholas Batum. Denver shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver. Jermichael Green comes in for Gordon. And the Clippers making a switch here. Clippers leading by 7. .121 left to play here in the third. Here's Leonard. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Rondo dishes to Morris. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Stolen by McGee. Millsap with it. Leonard picks him up. Morris passes to Harrison. He feeds it to McGee. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Just his first attempt. A second chance effort. And it's good on the way in. McGee's got 8 points.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
In the corner, it's Morris. The feed to Leonard. Stolen by McGee. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's just a 3-point Los Angeles lead. Now George. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 3. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Harrison out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Chanchar in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Harrison scanning the floor. Outside Millsap. It's good. Millsap's got his first bucket in this one.
Hey, look over the defense. You find an opportunity inside the lane. That's good work by Paul Millsap.
Outside Rondo. Over in the corner, Zubats. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The free throw drops for Zubats. And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in, and so he hits both. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Here's Harrison, guarded by Jackson. Harrison passes to McGee, stolen by Zubats. The numbers in their favor. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. First one falls for him.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And George drops them both.
Think about Paul George in his 2nd year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
Here's Leonard. McGee with the block. Millsap with it. Guarded now by Morris. Here's McGee. Off with the layup. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Lob pass to George. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's McGee. George trying to break free. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Stolen by McGee. And they're running. Here's Chanchar. Finished off the break. Now it's just a 3-point Clipper lead.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Jackson. Denver grabs the miss. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
I think it's been kind of cool to watch Austin Rivers play under his dad, Doc, a shifty combo guard with fantastic skills.
Both good from the line that time. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Jackson with it. To the middle. Here's Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Yeah, important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Porter against Leonard. Left side, Porter. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to a single point after the basket from Gordon.
Boy, they needed that one, and Gordon delivers. His productive habits really paying off there.
Here's George. Got it. Good job on the low post. George has got 4 this quarter.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, huge shot at this moment in the game.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. 2 on the clock. Pass to Jokic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. .1:15 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Nuggets trail by 3. That one misses. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. George, no good. Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Harrison. And foul on. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It counts.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Here's Jokic. No good with the layup. And so Los Angeles takes the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win. Here are the Nuggets unloading from the team bus earlier on, anxious to get. And is the.
Hey, Kevin, the map.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Rivers. Jokic is out there with Bol. Then it's Porter. And for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Doncic. And he gets the bucket. All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it.
Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. The pass to Marjanovic. Porzingis on the follow.
Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instincts.
Passes it to Jokic. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And good that time.
You know, Jokic is so hard to guard and screen and rolls. He's versatile and unpredictable. Two of his greatest strengths.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia, Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
And so just over a minute and a half played. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Jokic is really a jack-of-all-trades kind of player. This big fella has multiple skills, and there's not much he doesn't do well.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
Now, here's Doncic. Count the basket.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Back to Porter. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Well, Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Denver passing it around. Porter, no luck. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. To the paint. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Pass to Jokic. It's Rivers on the wing. Jokic passes to Bull. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They trail by 6. There's 1:40 left in the first quarter. Here's Harrison, and he goes in for the dunk.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Here's Doncic. The Nuggets getting the bucket. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Rivers surveying the D. Porter against Hardaway. Harrison. Corner shot. Powell pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. That one wide left. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Rivers finds Millsap. Here's Porter. Here's Jokic. It's tipped. Millsap passes to Harrison. And here's Jokic over Richardson. Jokic, no good. Outside Hardaway. Buries it from three-point range.
Encouraging to see Hardaway Jr. knock it down from there, proving he can do damage from this area.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Jokic with it. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Morris with the bucket. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 7. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
So on the floor for Denver, JaVale McGee is out there with Green. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Harrison in at the 2 spot. Now here's Brunson. Cauley Stein dishes to Burke. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Burke's got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
There's the pass to McGee. Here's Harrison. Burke covering. Clock at 6. For the 3. Powell pulls it in. Dallas leading by 9.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the 2nd round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And Redick, here we go. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Hardaway's checked in for Trey Burke. 6 to shoot. Brunson finds Powell. Redick for 3. And no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
And so here is Dallas. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Passes it to Brunson. And it's in there. Brunson's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Mavs.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Harrison, covered by Redick. Harrison kicks to Millsap. Powell with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Back to Cauley Stein. Dallas moving the ball around. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. No doubt, Greg, you are known as being a gritty, in-your-face defender. When you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Millsap. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. 1:56 left in the first half of basketball. Doncic right side. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Tell you what, very few players have the playmaking ability of Luka Doncic. This guy is special with his vision and passing.
Pass to Bull. Down to 5 on the shot clock. McGee with no one around. And the shot is good. Bull's got his first basket.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Rivers. Morris outside. Pass to Porter. There's a minute left here in the second. And there's the pass to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Rivers. It's tipped. Inside. Fast break Dallas. Porzingis has got the ball. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Marjanovic. The baseline J off the mark. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Porter passes to Morris. He kicks it to Bull. Pass to Rivers. Oh, Morris in position. Doncic with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. With 4 seconds. Oh, the power on that.
You know, I think they really want Richardson to be a leader of this team. And the best way to do it really is by sharing the ball. Keep everybody involved in the offense.
And here's Morris for 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Dallas looking at a 13-point lead heading.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 8 points, 2 assists, and 1. And that'll do it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Hardaway in at the small forward. Here's Brunson. Following the basket by Jokic. Brunson the pass to Powell. Clock at 4. Redick for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And here are the Nuggets now. Dallas leading by 11.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid. He's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. And they brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Marjanovic comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. Now, here's Jokic. He has 6. Count it. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
Porzingis passes to Richardson. Over Harrison. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Nuggets trail by 12. There's the pass to Jokic. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Richardson, no luck.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Jokic kicks to Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They're led by as many as 14 points. That one goes in. Brunson's got 9 points.
an elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Doncic is checked in for Jalen Brunson. The Nuggets also changing it up. JaVale McGee comes in for Bull. And Paul Millsap subbed in for Porter. Back to Morris from deep. And another miss by Denver.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Back to Porzingis. Passes it to Marjanovic. And Richardson now atop the key. Pass to Doncic. And that one, good.
Boy, that's a recipe for disaster, fellas. Allowing Doncic to get comfortable from this area, forget about it.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Morris. Banked in off the glass.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 10. Outside, Porzingis. Now, here's Richardson. He's covered closely. Morris against Doncic. The Nuggets trail by 12. Floats it up for Jokic. Morris outside. Down low. McGee, the pass to Harrison. Outside Millsap. Pass to Jokic. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Jokic with the steal. Unhindered, going all the way. And Morris throws it down.
Well, you got to be on guard when Jokic is in the area now. He's adept at reading defenses and going after steals.
Now, Doncic. He gets it in there. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Green is out there with Austin Rivers. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's John Shar in at the 3 slot.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
And here's Rivers. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. And Redick kicks to Powell. Redick surveying the D. Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his 3-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Back to Rivers. And the pass to McGee. 5 to shoot. Green inside, covered by Reddick.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Zinkas, he's checked in for Powell. Marjanovic comes in for Cauley-Stein. And it's Burke in for J.J. Reddick.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
In the corner, Marjanovic with it. Rivers finds Porter. Back to Rivers. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Josh Richardson's checked in for the Mavericks. Mavericks leading by 12. Over in the corner, Doncic. Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. Hardaway against Porter. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. The drive by Doncic. A three from Porzingis. And Bull pulls it down. The Nuggets trail by 12. Millsap with it. He's picked up by Doncic and finished off by Porter.
Millsap doing a nice job there, reading the defense, and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
Millsap against Doncic. Charity stripe shot. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Doncic with the steal.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Mavericks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Luka Doncic.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
On the wing, Doncic. No one near Marjanovic as he lets it go. Dallas, no good that time either. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Here's Bull. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
Doncic against Millsap. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. They need this one. That one doesn't go. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Clark. Here tonight. The bronze likeness of Lakers great net. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Doncic. Good. Nice job down low.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. The pass to George. Back to Zubac. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
George, no good. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Jackson dishes to George. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Porzingis with the block.
This guy's showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Outside, Porzingis passes it to Marjanovic. Doncic outside. Yep, that one goes in there.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Jackson. George up top. Richardson cover. The 15-footer, good. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on.
Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
George finds Leonard. Jackson against Doncic. Jackson passes to George. Lock at 6. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And he's able to get it back. Here's Morris. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Brunson against Rondo. Hardaway kicks to Redick. Rondo against Brunson. The putback. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Shot and game clock separated by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Rondo. Sinks that one from the post.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Porzingis. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well,
and so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Powell in at the 4 slot. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Back to Cousins. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, aggressive move by DeMarcus Cousins. He'll dish out more punishment than he receives, that's for sure.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. On the wing, Hardaway. Here's the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hardaway has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Batum passes to Mann. Back to Batum. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Kennard against Redick. And the whistle blows. He's fouled on a shot that misses, but not by much. 2 free throws nonetheless coming up for him.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Burke comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Oh, they keep the ball out of the cylinder, but pick up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Zubac kicks to Beverly. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Beverly's got his first 2 points.
Well, just good solid use of the pick and roll. Patrick Beverly, ball in his hands, looking quite comfortable.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
A three from Leonard. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Batum.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Tips it. It's good on the putback. Marjanovic has got his second basket of the game.
And, Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Beverly against Doncic. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Leonard on the wing. The 15-footer. Nice jump shot. Good.
Well, we know this about Kawhi Leonard. He can score at all 3 levels, taking advantage of the mid-range game there. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Here's Cauley Stein, and Dallas again with the bucket. Clippers trail by 5. Here's George. And stolen by Redick. To the inside, Brunson. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Brunson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
George passes to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively, because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Hardaway. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. getting stronger, and that's a problem when he's trying to finish through contact.
Now George. He kicks it to Jackson. Back to George. Over Redick. George, no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They have a nice 7-point lead. And, Shaq, what did you... Thanks for joining us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
Outside, George. Pass to Jackson. Now, here is Morris. Guarded by Marjanovic. Just 5 on the clock. Here's George. And the shot goes in.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Jackson passes to George. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. The Mavericks also with a sub. Trey Burks checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. It's good.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And so Beverley will bring it up for Los Angeles. 9-point game. Outside, Batum. Over in the corner, Cousins. Doncic with the steal. Fires for 3. Cousins pulls it in.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Here's Beverley. Dishes it to Cousins. Morris against Richardson. It's his first trip to the line. That's good from Richardson. For the Clippers, Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Doncic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Trey Burke. Here's Rondo. The dish to Batum. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Batum's got 6 points.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal. Has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Brunson against Rondo. Brunson the pass to Powell. Kicks it to Cauley-Stein. On the wing, Hardaway. He's guarded by Cousins. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers trail by 9. Now the pass to Kennard. Back to Cousins. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Rondo finds Cousins. And they double up Cousins. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
2 things in play right there. The body control of DeMarcus Cousins and his basketball savvy. How easy does he make it look?
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Rondo on top, guarded by Doncic. Zubac against Cauley-Stein. Here's Rondo. Passes to Mann. Right side, Batum. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Mavericks leading by 11. From deep. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Powell kicks to Doncic. From deep three-point range, Dallas again missing. Now here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out.
That will count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks lead. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Dallas leading by 9. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Porzingis, Doncic out there with Burke. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Finney Smith in a power forward.
Luka Doncic has superstar written all over him. He's cooking.
Rondo dishes to Leonard. Back to Rondo. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
He is a master in that pick and roll. He knows exactly when to pull the trigger or facilitate.
Outside, Redick. Pass to Burke. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Doncic against George. Zubac kicks to George. Offline with his three. Mavericks leading by 9. Redick for 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Redick's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Rondo passes to Leonard. Outside, George. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And he lays it up and in.
Well, I like to see Paul George be assertive down low. This guy doesn't lack for confidence, and he is an accomplished scorer regardless of where he is on the floor.
Pass to Finney Smith. Launches it. Another 3 for Dallas.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Jackson kicks to George. The pass to Zubac. Right side, Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. Porzingis with the block. Burke with it. Guarded now by Jackson. The 3 for Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Up again. Doncic with it. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in, and it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. Dallas also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Redick. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Doncic. Richardson outside. Passes it to Finney Smith. All sorts of time. The Clippers grab the miss. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. George against Richardson. Back to George. To the middle. Cousins, the pass to George. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. George has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. And here is Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Three-pointer on the way. That shot missing, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Outside, George. Inside. And Cousins kicks to George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
George against Richardson. George passes to Cousins. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and there it is for him.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Here's Doncic from deep. Morris with the rebound. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Cole is out there with Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Rivers. And for Los Angeles, they've got Morris. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Jackson finds George. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotation.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Here's the Nuggets with the ball. 4-point game. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Campazzo, the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Jackson passes to George. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
The pass to Porter. Off target from three-point range.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down. That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Now Rivers. Here's Bull. Can't cash in from close range. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Jackson. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Rivers scanning the floor. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
The shot by George, wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 5 points so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson.
Out of bounds.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. And it's Kennard in for George.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Kennard kicks to Cousins. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Millsap passes to Jokic. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Leonard. Free throw, good. Jokic. We've got 1:55 left here in the opening quarter. Rondo dishes to Beverly. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Harrison. He's covered by Rondo. Harrison passes to Millsap. Down low. Here's Rivers. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
I mean, he's extremely confident and aggressive. Rivers loves to take it up inside.
Beverly finds Cousins. Kennard against Rivers. Kennard the pass to Cousins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
We've watched Cousins for a while. I love the way he plays with emotion, but it has to be under control.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Denver also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. And it's JaMychal Green in for Porter.
knowing how to read and exploit the reactions of screen defenders. Rivers makes a nice play.
The Nuggets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Kennard against Rivers. To the inside. And stolen by Cousins. He's got a clear path. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Coaches have raved about this. Cousins' ability to have active hands and come up with strips.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 10. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
Morris against Kennard. Beverly with the ball. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Mann in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 6. Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. And a switcher also for Denver. Bowles checked in. On the wing, Green. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. Back to George. Over Harrison. Leonard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. To the paint. Here's Bol. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Bol's got his second bucket of the game to go. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. Jokic has checked in for Denver. Porter comes in for Green. Campazzo. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
Clippers leading by 6. Jackson kicks to Rondo. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Morris with the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Leonard brings the double team. Campazzo. It's good from long range.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Morris. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Jokic is running. Bucket is good. Now just a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac. The Nuggets trail by 5. 1:31 left in the second quarter. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Kennard in for Reggie Jackson. Rivers, he's checked in for Denver. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Cousins. Left side, Leonard. Another shot. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Pass to Rondo. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Batum, good.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
46 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Hits the 3-point bomb. Jokic has got 5 points in the quarter.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Rondo finds Kennard. Back to Rondo. And it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
For the Clippers, Man's checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And Denver with a change here, too. Millsap's checked in. The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Good on both.
You really wouldn't know what size he is because Patrick Beverley gives you toughness at that point guard position, and he's physical.
Jokic inside. Defended by Beverley. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Beverley lays it up and banks it in. Beverley's got 8.
You see the quickness of Beverley, blinding speed in the inside.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, give us your tip. And that'll about do it as we get ready.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Harrison. He's out there with Monte Morris. And it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. There's Harrison, defended by George. Chanchar, the pass to Harrison. And the pass to Najee. 5 on the clock. Back to Harrison. Off target with his 3. Clippers leading by 8. The 17-footer. And it's Leonard missing. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What did the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
Shaky start to the half, going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Leonard's got 6 points.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Astonagi. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Leonard. That one, no good. And Denver the other way now.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Clippers leading by 7. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Passes to Jokic to the wing right side. Feeds the Bull. It's Porter outside. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Pass to Jokic. That ball is good for another field goal, his 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Here's Jackson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the point. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Jokic. It's deflected and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. The Nuggets trail by 9. Bull, that's good.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Beverly looking around. Now the pass to Cousins. And stolen by Bull. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And the dunk by Bull.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
The Clippers have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Here's Jokic. Rebound by the Clippers. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Mann. Millsap covering. Back to Beverly. He feeds it to Cousins. Just 5 on the clock. Batum against Morris. A shot by Batum, no good. Rivers passes to Jokic. He gets that one. Jokic has got 16 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And Cousins kicks to Beverly. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Millsap. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Kennard for 3. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. For Los Angeles, they have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
The sharpshooter Kennard is valuable. A guy who stretches the floor and works very hard.
Here's Rivers. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. They've got Batum, Luke Kennard out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's man in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And it goes down 2 points.
With good size for a 2-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
Outside, Green. Inside, here's Millsap. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Kennard, the pass to man. He kicks to Beverly. The feed to Batum. Rebound by the Nuggets. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Rivers. Tips it up, and Porter putting it right back in.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with 2nd and 3rd chance opportunities.
Leonard with no one around. The Clippers keep it alive. Drills the baseline jumper. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Kicks it to Porter. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Millsap passes to Porter. And it's off the back rim, no good.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night. Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Rondo dishes to Batum. Back to Rondo. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Morris. Tries from the block. Here's Harrison. Good on the shot. Now just a 4-point Los Angeles lead. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to man. Back to Rondo. And that one drops.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
Passes it to Jokic. Morris outside. And that one's good. Jokic.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. Right side George. And stolen by Bull.
And that's a great play on defense there. Forced him to rethink the shot and then able to come up with the steal.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
With the teardrop, Bol tipped back in for two.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bol there with a big basket.
Rondo kicks to George. To the inside. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Pass to Harrison for 3. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. And it's Leonard missing.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
Good. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Aggressive D there. But then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Morris inside. He's covered by Rondo. Count that one.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
George looking over the floor. A floater. And Bol pulls it down.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
And, you know, entering the draft, Bol was a polarizing prospect. Scouts didn't know who to compare him to and maybe still haven't figured it out.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Rondo kicks to Leonard, takes a 3, knocks down the 3-ball.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Here's Harrison. And there's the pass to Bol. Here's Harrison. 3-pointer. No good. Shot missing. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up with Greg Anthony and Brent. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for Denver, Cole is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
Become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Here's Doncic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
On the wing, Gordon. Campazzo. Guarded by Doncic. It's deflected. Here's Richardson. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. Kicks it to Bull. 11 feet away. That shot off the mark. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Richardson. The quick look, no good that time.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Marjanovic against Jokic. Down low. The Mavericks pull it in. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And Porter, here we go. And there's the feed to Bull. Outside Gordon. 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Bull can't hit. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes it to Jokic. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Marjanovic finds Porzingis. No good there. Good defense by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 4. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And here's the fast break. Here's Richardson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Not slowing Richardson down right now. Even when you rough him up, he's still finding ways to use his quickness and score the basketball.
Pass to Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Floats it up for Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, nice. Jokic just stepped up, had some poise there. The shot was under pressure, but I don't think he felt it.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first. Here's Doncic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Harrison passes to Millsap. Misses off the left iron.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Here's Brunson. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to try to feed that, get out quick.
Harrison out there with Monte Morris. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Paul Millsap. It's Najee in at the 4-man position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And it's McGee penetrating. And good that time.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Brunson against Morris. Left side Redick. Millsap with the steal. Here's Najee. Here's McGee. Powell pulls it in. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And it's Cauley Stein. That time on the assist from Redick. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs. And here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Najee, covered by Redick. Millsap passes to Harrison. Just 5 to shoot. Lots of room. There's the pass to Najee. Redick against Millsap. Goes back up. Knocks it loose. Brunson with it. Here's the floater. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. And so here's Denver. 8-point game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Morris dishes to McGee. 7-foot shot. He's off on that one. And it's Dallas the other way. And he lobs it up toward the rim. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that 2-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. The Nuggets trail by 6. To the middle. And it's McGee with the jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And Redick kicks to Brunson. To the paint. It's Redick on the wing. Millsap covering. 4 on the clock. Najee passes to McGee. Here's Harrison. 1:37 left in the first half. 6 to shoot. Morris kicks to Harrison. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
To the wing on the left. Harrison passes to McGee. Back to Harrison. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Redick with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. Ahead. Here's Powell, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. And it's an 8-point Dallas lead.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Outside Millsap. Morris looking over the floor. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Well, you've got to value the possession. They've given up 6 points off of turnovers this quarter alone.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Marjanovic kicks to Porzingis. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Doncic with the steal. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis out there and hustling in transition to get the nice finish.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 10. And Shaq. Thanks for joining us.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Luka Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Doncic against Porter. Porzingis high post. Richardson outside. Just 4 to shoot. Finney-Smith cans it from downtown. Finney-Smith's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Mavs. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver, trailing by 10. The kick out to Porter. On the wing, Porter. Outside, Green, beyond the arc. And again, Denver no good. Dallas leading by 10. Richardson with it. Now Green defending. Pass to Doncic. Trying to find Marjanovic. Gets it over to him, and it's in there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. There's the dish to Green. Passes to Jokic. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Athleticism on display in that particular play as Cauley-Stein has some great mobility and drove in to get those points.
The pass to Millsap. Lays it up off the glass.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. On the wing, Hardaway shoots the three. Another three for Dallas.
Well, it's really important for Tim Hardaway Jr. to find some more consistency from the three-point line.
Brunson against Morris. Pass to Najee. Shoots over Powell. Morris against Brunson. Stolen by Brunson. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And the wide open shot from Redick. Great look, but off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 15. Morris passes to Najee. 2 points. That one goes. Najee's got 6.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Redick with the three. And it's Denver with the rebound. 1:04 left in the third quarter. Morris outside. Passes it to Harrison. Pass to Millsap. Shot clock at 6. Harrison passes to Najee. Shoots over Powell, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Mavericks leading by 13. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Now, here's Doncic. Tight defense on him. The pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Porter kicks to Bull. Pass to Gordon. Passes it to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And he overshot that one, missing. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Aaron Gordon out there with JaMychal Green. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Pass to Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Now Doncic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
The pass to Jokic. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, a big man who can really dish it out. Jokic really reliable, setting up his teammates.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Outside, Porzingis. No good on the triple.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for that.
And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt an alley-oop to himself.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick has subbed in for Trey Burke. Here's Rivers. Nailed from three-point land. Rivers has got his first 3 points of the game.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Powell comes in for Porzingis. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson. And Green slams it in.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Brunson against Rivers. Fires from 14. No good on that one. And it's Denver the other way. Now here's Green. Outside Gordon. Back to Green. Pass to Rivers. Gordon for 3. Denver with a new 14. Morris finds Jokic. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Mavericks leading by 12. From deep three-point range. And it's Doncic missing. Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. A different look for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Green. And Paul Millsap subbed in for Aaron Gordon. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
So dangerous in the pick and roll. Jokic surveying not just the guy that's on the cut, but the entire floor.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Mavericks.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Rivers looking over the floor, trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. Morris outside. And so it's Dallas with it, leading by 12. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Rivers finds Jokic. Puts it up from 17. The shot is good off the backboard.
Jokic being assertive now in the mid-range and has the touch to bury that kind of shot.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good. the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge, and the state flag attack. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there at Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. And for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Here's George, following the score by Josh Richardson. George with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. A nice shot by George.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
And here's Richardson. And here's Doncic from the arc. Morris against Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now, here's George. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Not much you can do against Paul George on the drive. I mean, he's got great length and he knows how to use it, and he gets exactly where he wants to.
Doncic against Jackson. Doncic, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Porzingis against George. He dishes it to Jackson. Down low. Here's Zubac. A miss that time would have put him up.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Here's George. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Over Richardson. Shot from 12. Morris, no good.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
It's rebounded by Doncic. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, he's known for his finesse game, guys, but Porzingis showing you there. He's got some power to his game, too.
George looking around, dishes it to Morris. Outside, George. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 5. Over Richardson. Off the left rim and out. Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, I think they really want Richardson to be a leader of this team. And the best way to do it really is by sharing the ball. Keep everybody involved in the offense.
Now, here's George. He has 6. Back to Jackson. At the elbow, it's George. Second shot opportunity, and the shot goes down. 8 points for George.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Richardson against George. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Now Marjanovic. He kicks to Richardson. Doncic right side. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far. George from deep three-point land. His three-pointers off the mark. Mavericks have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. The high post shot. The shot's good. Porzingis has got 8.
this is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Jackson dishes to George. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And George with the stuff.
And it's really obvious that George has put a ton of time into improving his handle. I mean, you never know what he's going to do with the ball in his hands, and most times it's pretty good.
The drive by Doncic. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Rajon Rondo is out there at Patrick Beverley. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcomed with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific hits. You're right. Mavericks leading by 6. Here's Brunson. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Cauley Stein, banked in off the glass. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Cousins on the follow.
Yeah, you know, Cousins, I think, is sometimes underrated as an offensive rebounder. That guy can get some putbacks for you.
Here's Brunson. He sinks the 11-footer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Back to Kennard. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Hey, you can't forget about this now. Rondo's averaged double-digit assists multiple seasons. As good a passer as any in this league.
Trey Burks checked in for Jalen Brunson. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. It's a 5-point game. Inside, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Now, here's Kennard. Cousins. That one doesn't drop. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Here's Powell. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And he gets the bucket.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Dallas leading by 8. Outside, Redick. Back to Burke. Kennard against Redick. Pass to Powell. Kicks to Cauley Stein. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Cauley Stein's got 9.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Kennard against Hardaway. Kennard, the pass to Batum. The dish to Cousins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Cousins driving with a real physical posture that time. The defender tried, but had to foul.
A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. Doncic comes in for Hardaway. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. The Clippers also making some changes. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Batum. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Now, here's Doncic. And the shot is good.
Taking exactly what the defense gives him. Doncic exploiting whatever he sees out there. Does a nice job seeing the game.
Here's Mann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time. Picking apart that defense.
Dallas leading by 8. Doncic feeling it out. It's Cauley-Stein, top of the key. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Basket good. 12 points for him.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Doncic. And the rejection by Cousins.
Cousins not one to be challenged there. Tenacious denial.
Here's Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Richardson kicks to Doncic. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 10 points.
You know, Porzingis' game is custom made for the pick and pop stretch big. This guy can do.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 10 points and bad.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Paul George really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
At 6'10", George is really capable of dominating inside. I mean, defensively, you need to try to push him out of his comfort zone, get him out of that lane area.
Ball's knocked loose. George against Richardson. Porzingis can't hit. Clippers trail by 6.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back. Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
George finds Jackson. Outside, George. And the shot goes in.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They lead by 4. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, early on, Doncic has proven to be a leader. I mean, this guy is somebody that can shoulder the offense and take and make big shots for his team.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson.
Hardaway Jr. rises and fires with great confidence from there.
Clippers trail by 9. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Beverly against Doncic. Beverly dishes to Batum. Back to Beverly. 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Now the pass to Batum. And it's Beverly missing. Dallas leading by 9. To the inside. Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. The Clippers again turning it over. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. From the high post. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
There's 1:40 left in the third. Rondo passes to Batum. Here's Mann, covered by Redick. And Batum kicks to Rondo. Back to Batum. Rondo finds Batum to end the run. No good on that one. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort. To the paint. Here's Powell, and it's blocked.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
Redick surveying the D. That one drops for him. 59 seconds left here in the third quarter. Rondo passes to Mann. Kennard against Hardaway. Feeds it to Batum. Powell pulls it in.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Brunson against Rondo. Inside. And with that, the Maverick lead is kept back down to 13 points, and that one coming from Zubac.
Master teaching class going on out there on how to run an offense. What a beautiful thing it is to watch Rondo go to work.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Brunson kicks to Powell. It's stolen by Rondo. Here's Mann, covered by Redick. Now Rondo. And so it's Dallas, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the 5, home in the paint. Step back and squared up. George has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers. Dallas leading by 11. Burke with it. Count the basket. And for the Clippers, they're shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Outside Jackson. In the corner, it's Morris. Back to Jackson. The feed to George. Over Richardson. Just 5 on the clock. From 13, it's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Well, I tell you what, hard to contain Porzingis now. When he's being aggressive with it, the defense gets a little shaky.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
George passes to Zubats. Back to George. A step-back shot here. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. George has got 20.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Now, here's Doncic. And, yes, it's good. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
And George kicks to Beverly. Out to the right wing. Zubats finds Leonard. And here is Morris. Takes it out to Leonard. The tray. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Doncic outside. The 19-foot shot and another basket for Dallas.
You can tell that Doncic is comfortable with his role. I mean, that role is to score and score often. He has no problems with that.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. And he converts the layup.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And here is Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Stolen by Beverly. Now the Clippers moving it up. George against Richardson. Zubats in the post. It's good. Zubats has got 4 points this quarter.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
From deep. And it's Doncic missing. Clippers trail by 11. Zubats finds Leonard. Free throw line jump shot. Goes back up. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Patrick Beverly. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. They get the rebound. Marjanovic kicks to Richardson. Back to Marjanovic. To the middle. Tries again. Pass to Porzingis. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory. You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Here's Richardson. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. No good on the three.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Back to Leonard. Over Hardaway. A three from Morris. Mavericks with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. From deep three-point range, that's good from Doncic on the assist by Richardson.
Boy, shots like this prove Doncic has the ability to be a major threat from there.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.